Alright, pretty mellow Tuesday morning here. Good breakfast. Bougainvillea, Dracaena, agaves. Anyway, that's my place up there. I'm going to head to the laundry and I don't think this is the way to go actually. I'm going to head to the laundromat and grab a few things at the market while I can as well too. This is actually where I ate last night. A nice old guy makes some really good fried shrimp. I'll probably go back there again tonight or for lunch when I come back as well too. Beach just wears you out. This is where I was dropped off the other night. This is where I'll get picked up the day after tomorrow, 6:15 a.m., which will put me in Fortaleza, about 2 o'clock, more or less. This appears more to be the residential area. There's a couple of pousadas here, but this definitely appears to be more residential for locals, and the tourist sign just blew right over. You know, the sandy streets kind of give it a bit of a charm, but they slow you down. Slow you down. It's a little more work. I guess the good news is you don't have to worry about potholes or repaving or restriping or things like that, but they do slow you down. So it's a parade of buggies first thing this morning. I'm not sure, you know, a lot of people, the big thing is to go to that lake, Lago Azul, which isn't a big thing for me. I don't know, I'm kind of laked out. I prefer the ocean myself, but that's where a lot of people go first thing here, and they serve a lot of really expensive, overpriced drinks and food. Okay, back on another adventure. My posada is just back up this way. You can see the kite cake people, but that's where we were very early this morning. You just can see tops of some palm trees there, and I'm pretty darn certain that that's near that little lake that I saw from the top of Dune. So I think I may run into some buggy traffic here. Most of the tourists went out already, so the pattern is to hit that lake for an hour or so, then take them down to Lago Azul, and then wine them and dine them, whatever. So I wasn't in a real big rush to get out here, because the idea being is that most of the people will have passed through already. So that's the idea anyway. So if I were to come any earlier, I think I would have been run over by dune buggies and ATVs. I'm not sure the extent to where they're going. Maybe they're just taking a different route to get to the same place I am. There's clearly been buggy tracks here and a few footprints. But you can tell there's been quite a few buggies that come by here fairly recently. My little oasis should be just over this ridge. Almost lot. I guess I kind of feel like Tatooine here. Just sand. Well, that's where I was early this morning. I walked all the way up. There's a couple people you can see. That's a nice shot. I'm glad I have a little protection from the sun. The sun makes for nice photos with a nice blue sky background, but it's just brutal here. It's like 10:30 in the morning and there's not much of a shadow. Those buggies are stopping up there. I'm guessing this lake is pretty close. So it turns out line of sight navigating wasn't the best idea. Kind of got actually some private homes back there. Couldn't really get in. I should have just stuck to the buggy trail, even though it appeared to be longer. But once I get around this curve, it shouldn't be too much of an issue. You can see all the buggy tracks, and that was my first mistake, was kind of getting off of the path, although that's not always a mistake sometimes. It was intentional, usually. Alright, should be back on track. Alright, bad news is we've got crabs! Well, I see some buggy tracks. I actually ran into that German couple earlier from the bus, and they said there's a small lake. They went up to the top dunes here. I don't know if I can make it up this way. Again, I'm navigating by straight lines, which historically has got me in trouble. I don't really know that I can make it up here. It looks like a sheer cliff, but I'll at least get a little closer and maybe I could skirt the edge. There's clearly buggy traffic here. We'll see. Well, I made it. I don't know how. It was moderately physically demanding, but it was high enough that if I looked down, I was going to freak. So I didn't look down. And the payoff is the view. That's a big dune. And that was a big dune too. It's a lot easier going up the other way. I went up the hard way. And even down here is just steep. So we're going to take the little bit longer distance, longer time, but I don't want to go down that. I don't have any choice but to look down at that point. So we're going to make our way over there. It looks like low tide has opened up that little place where I was this morning. We'll make our way to there, if there is a way there. All right, we're down off the giant sand dune from Tatooine, and we're in this kind of shrubby area in between us and the ocean, and I'm pretty sure I'm headed in the right direction. Looks like some buggy traffic. I see some horse, some fresh donkey or mule tracks, and some crab. And this is generally the direction of the ocean. Some weird birds. Finalmente, estou aqui. I'm here. This is where I was earlier. At least that's where I was. That's where I was earlier. This has all been exposed because of low tide. So I can actually walk to that point where I couldn't the other day, which is pretty cool. I just don't want to get trapped. Not a lot of buggy tracks out here. They must go another way. There's one buggy coming this way now, but there's not a ton. I don't know where they're going. Pick up some tourists on the other end of town, maybe. I would set my stuff down to go for a swim, except I'm sure it's just going to blow. My stuff isn't heavy enough to stay put. It's going to blow away. And there's just nothing to, there's no like logs to put it on or tie it to. There's just nothing to, so yeah, the wind is just relentless. You can see why these kite surfer dudes love it out here, because it just doesn't stop. It's not so much gusty, it's just consistently windy. Water's cool. Water's quite cool. Not cold, but cool. This water's just cranking. It gives me the impression tide's still on its way out. Kind of smells a little funky. I'm not going to linger too long in this. I think part of it's come up from that settlement where I was earlier. I'm just not going to think if it does smell. Does smell pretty bad. Now there's my dune. I think I still see my footprints up there, my knee prints where I was crawling like a baby. Conquered that dune. Now we're almost back to where I was earlier this morning. I think I see some kite surf people up here. Let's see. Alright, you see the sand. That is just painful. Another 20 feet over there, it's just like little pellets just pounding you. Wow, this wind is just intense. This is the windiest I've seen it or experienced it. This sand is, yeah, it's like a sandblaster. It's tough. The wind just picked up. The sky's cleared. I'm like leaning into it. The sky's cleared and the wind's just started cranking. I don't think I've been in winds without a storm this strong before. I don't know that I've been in winds including storms that are just this strong. I'm leaning into it. I wouldn't want to be climbing that sand dune about now, that's for sure. I don't know if I'll be able to make it out, but you can see the sand grains just rolling over the top like a snowdrift, big snowdrift, only crescent-shaped sand dune instead. Jesus. It's just violent. The wind is violent. You need sunglasses as much for the sun as you do to keep it out of your eyes. Almost goggles. Crazy. Tons of kite surfers out there.
Me la pasé esperando por ahí, esperando para ir, pero ¿a dónde? No sé cómo saber a dónde ir, qué camino elegir.